I'd like to welcome you to Q City World. And today we be talking about Lomachenko being pound for pound #1 after beating Linares. Is that a big enough fight to give that man all the hype?
Yeah. We just staying motivated. When I smile and laugh, I know they hate it. We just playing the game that they created. When we figure it out, they want to change shit.
I mean, let's give him a shout out. He moved up to the 135 division. You know what I mean? Fought a bigger man, 10 pounds bigger. He did what Rigondeaux couldn't do. Go up and fight somebody bigger. And he did his thing. But at the end of the day, Lomachenko is like somebody going to college at 30 years old and playing college basketball and becoming a pro when he turned 31 years old, calling himself a rookie. And then at the end of the day, he's doing shit that Jordan did when he was 22 years old, and they comparing him to Jordan. Dude, you should be doing that shit. You 30 years old, you should have been boxing 20 years ago. I mean, where the fuck you been all these years, man? Why did you start so late? That's the question. At the end of the day, your biggest fight to date was against Rigondeaux. That was a major fight. But Rigondeaux was way too small to either handle your punching power. You know, Rigondeaux was just really a 126 at the most fighter. But you did what you did. You gave the fans what they wanted. That's what they fucking asked for. Nicholas Walters was a big fight for you. You know what I mean? That was a good fight, a good win. But at the end of the day, Nicholas Walters had a draw with Sosa. Nicholas Walters was on a year vacation, just now coming back to fight you after taking a year off. You know what I mean? You got to be ready for Lomachenko. Another big fight that you won was against Gary Russell Jr. And you won that in a 12-round decision. And that was a good fight. So really, Rigondeaux, Nicholas Walters, Gary Russell Jr., Linares, those are your biggest fights, bruh. And they already comparing you to Floyd Mayweather. They already comparing you to Muhammad Ali. They saying that you're pound for pound #1. They're putting you over GENNADY Golovkin. GENNADY Golovkin, they putting you over Terrence Crawford. They putting you over everybody they could think of putting you over. You ain't even fought 20 fights yet. Tank Davis got more fights than you. Devin Haney got more fights than you. Shakur Stevenson got more fights than you probably. I don't know about that, but I think he do. It's like this. Top Rank is a dying battery. Lomachenko is the charger. Terrence Crawford is the charger. You lose your charger, they're dying. Those phones ain't gonna never work. But the thing about Lomachenko that kills everybody, and we be like, damn, what the fuck is up with this man? How is he making motherfuckers quit in the middle of the fight? You be like, damn, Rigondeaux. We did not expect Rigondeaux to quit. You know what I mean? We did not expect Nicholas Walters to quit. He's making motherfuckers quit. But at the end of the day, he got power, man, in both hands. He's a right-handed fighter who fight southpaw. He was trained to fight southpaw. He get up so close to his fighters that he smothers the power so they can't hit him with hard punches, and he can hit them hard because he can hit with his right just as hard as he can hit with his left. He's out of control, and he's something we never seen before. But for us to say that he's pound for pound #1 is an insult. To say that he's the best fighter ever so early is an insult to boxing, period. I mean, after losing to Orlando Salido, after getting knocked down sliding across the ring in his last fight, that takes him out of the category of Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, they say he got knocked down by Zab Zuda, but that didn't count as a knockdown. So, you know, Floyd Mayweather never been knocked down, and he never took a loss before. I mean, if you want to compare Lomachenko to Floyd, that's like me being 30 years old, going to the NBA, being an NBA rookie. You feel me? I'm 30 years old when rookies be coming to the league at 19, 20, 21. You know what I mean? I'm 30 years old, I'm a rookie, and I'm doing shit that Jordan was doing. After 1 year of playing NBA basketball, they're already comparing me to Michael Jordan. I think you compare a fighter with a retired fighter after he retired. So when Lomachenko retired, we look back at all the things he accomplished, and we put it next to Floyd Mayweather, and we say, who's the best fighter? You cannot say he's the best fighter since Ali and Floyd when this man's career ain't even over. He almost lost to Linares. You know what I mean? He had to dig deep and win that fight. You feel me? And it wasn't no wipeout. You know what I mean? So, pound for pound, #1, he had to beat the #1 fighters in the 135 division for us to give him that. Now, the 130, the 126, he was always bigger than everybody he fought. He was way bigger than Mariaga, way bigger than, you know what I mean, everybody. You know what I mean? And he hit harder than everybody in them divisions. Now he's at a division where he can get knocked the fuck down if he get caught slipping. I mean, I have a hard time saying that Terrence Crawford is pound for pound number one. I mean, maybe he is on the books, but if you ask me, man, I just want to see Terrence Crawford fight at 147. I want to see Lomachenko fight at 135. That's when they start winning those divisions and dominating them divisions, that's when they get pound for pound number one. Like, I mean, who have you fought that's been a threat? You know? You haven't really fought no threats. Everybody thought Ricky was going to give you a problem, but we never seen you guys stand side by side, so we never knew how big the size difference was, though. And the thing about Lomachenko, though, is like, what I like about him is he take the heart away from fighters. Like, nigga, I haven't seen Ricky on the scene since he quit like a queen. You feel me? I haven't seen Nicholas Walters ever since he was in the ring with Lomachenko. So he's really, I mean, he's special now. But he's 30 years old with grown man power. You feel me? I remember I was playing point guard, and I used to be the best point guard, but when I got to the 9th grade, it was this point guard that was already built like a man in the 9th grade. He had, you know what I mean, coordination and all that, you know. So when they say Tank Davis and Devin Haney got to mature more, yeah, they got to mature, but Lomachenko's fully mature, you know what I mean? So he's knocking on retirement door already at the beginning of his career. So we just got to see this man fight fighters like Mikey Garcia. That's what's going to get him his respect, you know what I mean? Linares was a good fight for him, but Linares got knocked out 3 times. You feel me? Took 3 losses and all of them was knockouts. You know what I mean? So we can't just say him beating Linares will make him the greatest fighter of all time. Step up, go fight Mikey Garcia next. If you want to prove this in a short amount of time, you go out there and make Mikey Garcia no mas. Or you even fight Robert Easter Jr. next. You make him no mas. Then you go fight the next big top guy. It's going to be somebody else coming that's going to make noise. And then you fight Tank. Because Tank got to move to 135 eventually. You fight Tank and make him no mas. Then we're going to start looking at you like, damn, this dude was making motherfuckers quit and retire. He already made 2 people retire. So, you know, that alone give him a little bit more credit than I seen anybody else do. But at the end of the day, GGG is pound for pound number one just from what he did. The fighters he didn't beat, you know what I mean, so far. You know what I mean? I think GGG fought way harder fights than Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's people that I can argue with till they blue in the face, till I'm blue in the face. Me and Monty Brown had an argument about that for 2 hours, you know what I mean? It was a good debate. But, you know, I just feel like that's how I feel. You know, I feel like GG has fought harder fights. You know, I think he fought against a Canelo that was on drugs. You know what I mean? I think he fought against a hardcore undefeated, probably lost 1 fight, got caught slipping, Danny Jacobs. But Danny Jacobs is an elite fighter. He beat him. You know, he beat Kell Brook. You know what I mean? Kell Brook was an elite fighter. Kell Brook was undefeated, had all his heart. You know what I mean? He broke that man. You feel me? Broke that man's face. You know, ain't nobody hit that hard, you know. So, and the reason you know GGG is elite, because you put anything under top A class, he's taking them out in the first 2 rounds. You know what I mean? A lot of people talk about Billy Joe Saunders, but at the end of the day, Billy Joe Saunders went 12 rounds with Lemieux. Lemieux was easy work for GGG. You feel me? So, at the end of the day, GGG is pound for pound number one. You know what I mean? But I understand why people like Lomachenko, because he came from the 126 all the way to the 135 division. That's 2 divisions. You know what I mean? But the man is old as hell. You know what I mean? We just want to see this man get at least 20 fights under his record. We just want to see this man beat the elite. We want to see this man go in a fight where we just think he going to lose. And I think that fight is the Mikey Garcia fight. Now, if Lomachenko would have went up there and fought Robert Easter Jr. or Mikey Garcia this last fight, then it would have had us, you know what I mean? It would have been that pound for pound number one shit we've been, you know, everybody would have been really talking about it. But you 30 years old, man. You fighting these young boys, you know what I mean? And you been ready. They just been keeping your ass in the closet hidden somewhere. They should have been brought you out when you was like 22, 23. But you probably wasn't there all the way yet. It took you a long time. You was a late bloomer. But you just still got more work to do, man. But we got plenty of respect for you. We think you were a great boxer, but we just cannot give you pound for pound #1 with only 12 fights. Because I don't know one black fighter that ever did that to. And another thing, you can never compare an active fighter with a retired fighter. First of all, you know what I mean? It's like saying Roy Jones is the greatest fighter of all time, and then he ended up getting his ass beat at the end of his career, like 17 losses and shit. You know what I mean? These niggas was good at a certain time in their career. Floyd was good all year to the end of his career. You know what I mean? So, you know, he did shit that we never seen a fighter do. He stayed motivated, man. These motherfuckers ain't motivated. They get a couple $1 million, they done. You feel me? They like Keith Thurman, goddamn. They want to quit, retire, and talk about winning 2 big fights in their lifetime. And you know what I mean? But Floyd stayed motivated. He had the money, $30 million, $100 million, $40 million. He started off making little money, kept going bigger, made his name, you know what I mean, and stood behind his shit and did his thing, worked hard. Everybody wanted to lose. He never cried like Adrian Bronner. He just worked harder. Wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, call a team, meet me at the gym. We finna grind. I'm finna go run 8 miles at 3 o'clock in the morning. Come on, man. We ain't seen nothing like that yet. You know what I mean? Lomachenko, we gotta wait till Lomachenko retire till we can compare him to Floyd Mayweather. I like to thank you guys for visiting Q City World. It's been a blast.
We just staying motivated. When I smile and laugh, I know they hate it. We just playing the game that they created. When I figure it out, they wanna change shit. Now that's some strange shit. All the niggas that I hang with, we going through the same shit. My nigga got indicted, went broke trying to fight it. Now the judge trying to hide him. See the pain in his face, can't hide it. Pull a bogey out the pack, try to light it. Life like a wild bull, try to ride it. Most for the first time that they try it. Up and down, round and round, I'm surviving. Visualizing the swimming pool full of money, I'ma dive in. Visualizing. Yeah, we just staying motivated. When I smile and laugh, I know they hate it. We just playing the game that they created. When we figure it out, they wanna change shit.